Hello, and welcome back to Bible Wits Bible Corner. Today we are going to be reading Joshua chapter 4, and I'm going to be reading verses 1 through 6, starting with the English Standard Version. When all the nation had finished passing over the Jordan, the Lord said to Joshua, "Take 12 men from the people, from each tribe a man, and command them, saying, Take 12 stones from here out of the midst of the Jordan, from the very place where the priest's feet stood firmly, and bring them over with you and lay them down in a place where you lodge tonight, or in the place where you lodge tonight." Then Joshua called the 12 men from the people of Israel, whom he had appointed, a man from each tribe, and Joshua said to them, Pass on before the ark of the Lord, pass on before the ark of the Lord your God into the midst of the Jordan, and take up each of you a stone upon your shoulder according to the number of the tribes of the people of Israel, that this may be a sign among you, where your children ask in time to come, What do those stones mean to you? New Century Version. After all the people had finished crossing the Jordan, the Lord said to Joshua, Choose 12 men from among the people, one from each tribe. Tell them to get 12 rocks from the middle of the river, from where the priests stood. Carry the rocks and put them down where you stay tonight. So Joshua chose one man from each tribe. Then he called the 12 men together and said to them, Go out into the river where the ark of the Lord your God is. Each of you bring back one rock, one for each tribe of Israel, and carry it on your shoulder. They will be a sign among you. In the future, your children will ask you, What do these rocks mean? Okay, so a few things that I want to talk about in this passage. The 12 rocks do represent the 12 tribes, first of all, and that's a quick, easy one. Another one I want to talk about. Each man was supposed to pick up a rock and put it on his shoulder. That tells me these are not tiny rocks. These rocks are going to be fairly bulky and are fairly large and possibly fairly heavy. Carry it on their shoulder and go place it where they sleep that night. So that also tells me they're not just going to place it just on the other side of the Jordan. They have to carry this rock until it's time to set up camp. So it's possible that Joshua probably chose the strongest man from each tribe to do this. Now, the other thing I want to bring up is what they're doing with these rocks. They're setting up an altar to remember God, and it's also so that their children and their children's children can ask, hey, what do these rocks mean? History is important to learn about, but it is not important to dwell on. It's in the past for a reason. It's behind us for a reason, yes. But if we don't learn about history, if we don't study history, we are doomed to repeat it. So, yes, it was very important. And back then, everything was passed down by word of mouth. So it was very important for history to be told to each generation. Today we have, I'm going to call it a luxury of books, computers, things like that, where we can pick up and read about history. But word of mouth is still important. So, with all of that being said, the Bible is a book that we are supposed to live by, yes. It is also, especially when you look at the Old Testament, it is a history book. It tells us exactly how the world was created and exactly how people lived right up to the time of Jesus. It is important for us to pass that on to younger generations as well. We can't just say, oh, they'll learn it on their own. It is up to older people to pass it on to younger people, regardless. So, I hope you find encouragement in this, and I hope you have a wonderful, God-centered day. Bye.